Yo people, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a trade breakdown video on a CADJPY trade I took last month sometime. I'm going to do two of the positions I had actually on this because I was bullish on it basically for the whole month. And two of the positions, they ended up being break even. So I'm going to show you how they played out. Obviously when it's trading, you can't help if a trade hits your TP or not. So obviously I managed the trades correctly, and they both ended up hitting my stop loss, hitting my break even, sorry. But yeah, let's get straight into this. So let me just clear these charts quickly. All right, so going into this week when I got this trade, as you can see, price making higher highs, higher lows. It was obviously holding at this level of support. We had a big candle rejection of this level, so you can see the candle come all the way down to here, then we close back above this level of support. So yeah, I was just confident in price continuing up. That was literally my whole thing on the weekly. The daily now, that's for next week. The daily, what I could see was a head and shoulder forming. So obviously I had longs, if you remember, I think I did a trade breakdown of this. I had longs on that kind of move there, and I was just looking, like I said, the weekly's bullish, daily now looks bullish as well, and I saw this as being a head and shoulder. So I was anticipating price to come up into this level of resistance, which is essentially the head and shoulder neckline. Yeah, okay, so now I've told you that I had this drawn on, which is from Friday the 12th of September. So I ended up getting a position on Monday the 15th, and I'll show you now on the 4 hour. So now we're on the 4 hour, you can see where I said I have my position. Let's quickly add here. So we had a bit of consolidation there, had a breakout. So I was literally just trading a breakout retest. Breakout retest, came into the level of support, got a rejection on the 1 hour. So I was like, okay, cool. Where I'm going to be aiming for this next daily level of resistance up in here. So let's just go to my entry where I got it when price came back into the 4 hour level of support. Boom. So my entry was as soon as we got the rejection, so literally after this candle, I'm in. Okay, I'm in from there. Stops at the invalidation, which would be the 4 hour low. So there, and then obviously I was targeting up there. So as you can see, you can already see what happened. Price ended up, would have took me out, but would have hit my stop. But obviously because I managed to come out break even. So as you can see, for the first break and retest, then price has made that higher high. And for me, when price makes a higher high and breaks above a level of resistance like this, as part of my system, that's my sign to now move my stops to break even. So boom, from there, price has broken resistance, made a higher high, I can move my stops to break even now. So that's what I did. Stops now break even, and obviously I'm anticipating either price to just continue up into there, potentially give us a higher low and continue, or potentially it could come back, retest there and then continue up. What instead happened is obviously we've got a close, 4 hour close below this 4 hour level of support. So that's when I woke up at 6, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, cool. Really and truly, if I want price to now continue moving my direction, I want to see, and I've learned this from experience of looking at the charts, I need to see that 4 hour come straight back up. So the next 4 hour candle, not like, as you can see what price did here, we've come there and eventually pushed back above, but that's not what I want to see. I want to see this next candle form, close back above this level, if I've got any confidence in this position continuing to my target. So obviously price broke below, then this candle come all the way back down into this level of daily support, and obviously took me out break even, and then from there I lost faith in the position anyway. Then obviously I saw price come back above here, so I was thinking maybe it does come, but no, it didn't. Obviously would have went and hit my stop loss eventually. So that was a good position managed. Even if, let's say, it came down, took me out break even, and then still continued up to my target, I still would have classed it as a good trade and as me managing the position well, because obviously that's part of my system. When price comes into breaks, makes a high like that, breaks support or breaks resistance, I've got to move my stock to break even. because at the end of the day, you don't know what's gonna happen. And obviously, this time it saved me. Okay, so let's look at now the second position I had on this, because like I said, I was very bullish on this. Took a second position on this and ended up coming out break even as well. So I'm gonna run you through that. So this was the next week after this position, which was, I believe I got on it. It was on this Friday when I got in it, yeah. So let's see. So that's the same week. So that's the same week here. So I took the position on Monday, out break even. Then we've got another position on Friday. So it's the same week, same thesis, like I said. Okay, in this time, price created a double bottom. So I was like, okay, cool. Double bottom, broke out, made a high. My level of interest was now, okay, like I said, it's carrying on that same theory from what I thought was gonna happen from the weekly. Still was bullish. And then obviously got first position taken out, break even. So now, price made that double bottom, high, pull back into a level of support. That's what I wanted to see, which was, so I wanted to see a pullback into this double bottom neckline essentially, yeah. And then I was looking to long it potentially up into this level of resistance again. So that's what I was thinking. So if we go back to Friday the 19th now, which is when I got in, boom, you see we've got the pullback back into the daily level of support. Got my entry on a 1 hour once we broke structure back to the upside. So 1 hour, we put in, had a bit of sideways movement, then we pull back into support, and then higher low, break structure. Boom. As soon as we break structure like that, I'm in from that candle. Stops at the low, and I'm targeting this high. So boom, now I'm in. On the daily, we closed as a bullish hammer candle. I was like, okay, cool. Hopefully now next candle we push into this level of resistance. That's what I was anticipating. And then obviously if we look how the week closed, so we closed like this for the week with this bullish hammer of this level of support. So naturally I was anticipating, all right, next week I'm looking for a push up into this resistance and just a push higher. Do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously price in an uptrend. So market's open now. Now I'm talking more about into how I managed the trade. Okay, so then we've had a nice clean break above this level there. So then for me, what is that? Like I said with the previous trade, that was a break of a level of resistance. We made a higher high, nice clean candle close as well there. That bullish hammer that retested this level and closed clean there. Obviously I don't see that because that's like 2 a.m. 6 a.m. comes, I'm up, so I see this doji candle. I'm like, okay, we made a higher high, broken this level cleanly, moved my stops to break even, managed to trade, moved it to break even. And now I'm anticipating, even with the doji, I thought, because we had a doji close, I was like, okay, cool, potentially we could pull back, make high low and continue to hit this, or we might just have a doji and then the next candle maybe does a bit something like this, on the candle goes down and then we still close up as a candle and hit this TP. And obviously you can see that didn't happen. Instead, as you can see on the next candle, ended up being an engulfing candle, and we obviously closed like that on the 4 hour, and we engulfed this 1, 2, 3, 4 candles and closed back below this level of support, form of resistance. So from when that happened, I just like, yeah, CADJPY just not treat me right this week. Had one take me out break even, this one took me out break even, and then with the ferociousness of this candle, like that big drop, I was just like, I don't think this target's gonna be hit, because it was so close to it. Look, if you look, it was like 10 pips away, if I remember. Look, from this high wick, obviously, look, yeah, basically 10 pips away, and then boom, just reverse like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, CADJPY ain't treating me right this week. But yeah, 2 break evens for that week. What was that, the week 15th to the 19th? So yeah, yeah, that's just another way of how you can prevent losses. Maybe if you guys will want to put that into your trading, if you trade any similar way like me, or if you're looking to trade the strategy that I trade, then that's a tip for you lot there. Obviously managing your position, because at the end of the day you don't know if your TP is going to hit or not, innit? And in these positions you saw the TP didn't hit, but I just saved myself a loss of what, 2R, just from how I managed the position. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's the CADJPY trades for me. Hope you lot enjoyed these videos. Be back with another video, man. I'm consistent now, man. Consistent JB. Let's go. Catch you lot on the next video.